start recording. Okay, the last session that I covered, anyone have any question regarding that? Let me know. Anyone have any doubt, any question that you wanted to ask me? No question. Guys, here about day 1, day 2, day 3. So same way we'll get the videos as well and content as well for you. So you can download it. You can download and you consume the your we can say your part. No questions. Okay, perfect. So let's move on the DAX. Okay. So DAX cross. Oh, no questions. Anyone have any question? Let me know. Okay. Do not have a question, then we'll move forward. So let's move into that. Okay. So here just. Okay, perfect. Geeta has also joined. Very good for that. Yes, perfect. So what is the DAX, guys? DAX is data analysis expression. Okay, so for link prospect, I'm just going to add the link here. Where is the notepad? I think I don't have, yeah, important links. Oh, Lendex, already added here. So you can copy this link, okay, and paste in the browser. And you can get the link here. See, database expression. See, you are guys initial phase. Okay, I would recommend do not go for the necessary things right now. Okay, the main that function we have aggregate function, date function, and filter function. Okay, and as well logical function and or that these kind of things. So meanwhile, don't focus on these things. If and or, just focus this one, because why? You don't need everything. If you want to learn everything, I know you best invest your time and doesn't get any benefit, because no one going to remember our formula. Our formula is going to Microsoft every month, adding new formula. So if possible to, if you wanted to learn all things, not possible. So what I'm saying, what I would request everyone, that please learn the important formula and slowly, gradually move. Once you completed the aggregate, date and time and filter function, after that go for the financial information, mathematical, logical. So it has all detail as well. So let me show you how does it work. So aggregate function, let's pick up first one. So average prospect, see this. Average if given, return the average arithmetic mean for all number of values. I know you already knew it, but I'm giving description on it. Then they give the parameter, what kind of parameter we need to pass, mean what all value we need to pass in the particular formula. So column, it is, you must pass the column, and after that we have to give the average. Then return the decimal percentage. Can you hear me, guys? Guys, can you hear me? Can you confirm
Yes,
because I lost the internet? Okay.
Yes, sir. Now,
Yes, sir.
Oh, because I lost the internet, sorry. So, see, whenever we are going to the average, okay, I already shared my screen. If in case not able to see, let me know, okay? So, average means we need to go for find the arithmetic mean of the value, okay? So, there are three options you see here. Limitation, each, we can say each function have their own limitation. Remember this one, how to find this, go to the remark, okay, and remark this function taken in specific column and argument, find the average value column. So this kind of information we have, and also find the limitation of this, okay. So must remember, whenever you have the we can say whenever you going to use the formula direct query and less, so remember that this is very important to understood that which function and what all function limitation is. And then we get to pass the average and column. I'll show you demo as well. So first let me give the differentiation definition as well difference between the three formula. So this is the arithmetic mean. Next which we have, which is called average A. So average A means, see, average return the average arithmetic mean, and average also return the arithmetic mean for all number columns. See, the all return of the all numbers in a column. And here what is it? Return average arithmetic mean of the value in a column, handle tags and non-numeric value as well. Understood the difference? There we need only column that has a number that is handled by the Power BI. But if you are using the average A, it will going to handle non-numeric values and also going to handle tags as well. So that is the best part is that. So it has some criteria we have, which is average A function like column average handle non-numeric value data type according to the follow rules. Value that evaluates true count A means binary n. Then value evaluate the false 0. Value that contain non-numeric task count 0 or empty count as a 0. Up see, I'll give example. Average is going to count each row. So like suppose we have a 10, we can say 10 values in the column, 5 has it non-numeric values and 2 has a tags. So what happened? When going to average, it will going to give the 0, and 0 is going to also count it, it will create the difference. So make sure when we use this function, so requirement based move it if until else you got a problem. And next, sometimes we need to create the average by categories. So then we use the average X. So we pass the table name, then pass the expression. So calculate average mean offset expression evaluated over the table. Okay, means it will work on the like over the table, it's going to average it, and whatever value select according to the value, it will give the data. Okay, so let's summarize that. Average A is going to handle the tags and non-numeric values. Average is going to handle the table related all column and give the category level data. Average is going to scalar value means aggregate value. Okay. Count. So count. Okay, let's move to then open the DAX. Then already created that, so won't take much time. Oh, already there. Where is tax function update? See, are you able to see that, guys? Power BI. Yes, here we are. Okay. Let me open it. Average, usually what happen when we use the business logic. Okay, so like you have a sales, they looking for the average sales of the, we can say, unit prices. So what happen, whatever value we have, we can average it. Okay, perfect. Let's start with the one by one. Simple, guys. Let me change my connection. Yes, perfect. It's connected already. Switch that up. See, average prospect, guys. Here I have average. Okay, so average. Whatever column you wanted to pass, wherever numeric value you can pass it. Don't have any problem. Okay. So let me show you in front of you. So average, and then pass your column name. So financial unit prices. Doesn't mean whatever you have, you can pass it. It's your call which column you're going to use. Next we have It's loading. Average A. See this table amount, whatever amount you have, you can pass it average A. Simple. Then we have average X. So there are multiple ways to do that. First we have to use average X, table name. Then we have the we can say column name, table name with column. So let me see the example here. Average X, we have the table, then expression. So table expression doesn't mean you need to write the other formula here. No, you should just pass the column name, automatically it will going to average it. So don't expression doesn't mean that you can pass the function. No, it will automatically pass it. Okay. So average A, average X, and average. So is cover that. Next part, count. You know that count means, guys, these are Excel functions basic, but yeah, the way covering in Power BI, that to show you. So count means I wanted to count any value available in the column. So simple count and pass the column name. Where the count? Say this. Sum, all, expect, country. No. Count. Tax. Okay. So see this count, we have start from the beginning. So count cells, count A where with tax and number, count X. So count we have financial cells as well when we pass the table name. Then we have the column name. So it will going to give the count number of item in the available. Then count blank. It will count the number of blank rows in the we can say in the column. Then count table. So count rows. See guys, why pass the table here? Because sometime few rows has a blank. If you go by the column name, so what happened? It won't be work. Won't be work as intended. So what you need to do? Count rows always in the table name. It is only pass the table name. So that's going to help you. Next, you know that some people are looking for the unique value of the column. So just distinct count. So what you will going to do, two steps. One, it will remove the duplicate data as well as give the number of units value, and then distinct count, and whatever value have it going to distinct it, means to remove the duplicate automatically. Guys, do practice each columns and each function distinct count with no blank. So means function is self-explanatory. Means we need to remove the blank duplicate. Thereafter, ignore the blank that we have, and then you can count it. Blank is not required here. See guys,
Sir, repeat it.
yeah, please go ahead.
Could you repeat it?
Yeah, sure. So see, count means we wanted to count the how many cells has number of cells has been made, not amount. Count that number of cells has been made. So count cells means where in some place we have a blank. Okay, maybe blank, maybe someone has been to something else. Then use the count A so that it can non-numeric value and numeric will be handled by this function, and it will give the correct result, number of rows, number of correct rows. Then we have the count X. So count X means pass the we can say function. Let me show you to make you understand. See this. Here we have the pass. We can say table name, then expression. So table name I pass already. So this passed already table name, financial, and then pass the column name. Here you can simply just pass the column name. Do not use any formula. Doesn't need that. It will automatically average it. Count it. Whatever function is it. And next we have count blank. Okay. So count blank. We have obviously I wanted to count the how many blanks available in my particular column. So we can count that. Then we have count rows. In a table, I wanted to count how many rows are there. Maybe blank, maybe not blank, don't care. Just want to look for the number of rows. Then you can use the count rows function. If you are using distinct count, you have a calendar years, you can do it, okay? distinct it will remove the duplicate and it will count as well. So like suppose we have a 20 time here, so what it's going to remove the duplicate, count 1 and 1 unique value is going to give here. Distinct count, if any value wanted to remove from the we can say any column that I don't want to see duplicate, then it's distinct, it will remove the all duplicate and it will pass only unique values in the call in this function. Next, distinct count with no blank, it means it will going to remove the all duplicate, then it is going to count it, and also while counting all blank has been ignored automatically by function is going to do that. You don't have to worry about that first. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. We cover the here. Next, I will come to the max part. See, count is very you can say small function. Here looking for the larger value of the column. So to this max function, max means maximum value. Simple is max. Max, the other is additional feature which is called max, and max is a difference. Okay, so the difference is that you can compare two value together. Okay, in max, but max A can handle non-numerics value, and that is the difference that we have. Okay, see, max return largest value in the column, it is going to handle the numeric and dates. Okay, and max X same we have guys, so which is called max table and expression. Min, we have the same min function and min A and min X, same thing we have. Okay, next we have the product, okay, then product X, same table by category name. Okay, so return the product expression evaluated each row in the table. Okay, so and then behalf of this give the data, and here it will going to give you the return the product number in a column, in aggregate value going to pass it here. Sum, you know that sum means going to total it, and also we have to total by the each row, then we have go to the sum X. Let me show the example. See, max, simple, write down max function, pass the any column that you have regarding this, but remember one thing, it has a value only. Max A, numeric and dates, don't care about that, it will pick up, just pass the column name. And max X, table name and comma column name to get the correct result by each row, and will give the grouping, is still going to group it, okay, by the category if you selected. Next we have sum. So some prospects here I use this sum, but yeah, you can use here to sum date. So sum, whatever value you have, like we have a sales prices, sum it. Next we have sum and sum X. Okay, mean X, mean, where is the mean? Mean, see this mean and mean A and mean X. Okay, so guys, I already created here. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to do practice it and apply this function. See, initial phase you must practice this function, and guys, see, larger formula doesn't have any kind of, you can say God you can make, no, is going to club multiple functions together. But if you don't know what the basic function is doing, how would you join multiple functions? So make sure you understand single line of, you can initial phase you can write the single line of code, and next we can say until unless we have a next we can say next level you once completed all, then move to the next advanced level by using each row and each function, then you can do that. Okay, so see this, what I did, I just combined the instead of single row I did the multiple row here. So in a DAX prospect guys, there is a way to use that. If you wanted to write on multiple function, So no, sorry, I wanted to single line. Okay, so single prospect, just copy this one and paste here. It will work, no problem, no issue. But if you are looking for the we can say 2 line of 3 line 4 line code, then you go for the variable. So how do you deal with the variable? First type var, then whatever label you wanted to give. So I'm looking for the test data equal to, then pass your logic, means some financial cells, you pass your logic. Next part is that if you have another value and you wanted to pass one second, so copy and paste here and rename it, give the some other name. Okay, then add it, and after that you can pass your value. Next part is that next going to add multiple we can say multiple variable, don't have any problem. Limit I don't know guys right now, because I didn't find in the portal any limit. Maybe it has limit tomorrow, so I'm not sure right now. So see, this is the, we can say, way to create a one. Once you've done all variable, then you can calculation, then obviously go for the return and then pass the final column that you created. So let me comment it out all that we don't need right now. Say this average, so average x I use that, then result, calculate sum x, okay, units sold by financial price not equal to blank. So then I pass the result. So I did whatever calculation I did, then pass here, so that result will be appear automatically. So this is the multiple line code that you can write in it. Okay. See, single line of code. See, Power BI is not a case sensitive. Apart from the header, Power Query header is a case sensitive, other don't have case sensitive. So if you create too many space, doesn't care about that. Okay, create 2 minutes, it will also work same way that is working right now. No error into it. Okay, so it is not a case sensitive, but here remember one thing, logic should be right to perform the task and you will get correct result. Here is calculate total sales, then we use the filter moving to go to, then all selected, then date, and then calendar equal to match less than equal to calendar date, and it will done whatever you want. Okay. So any doubt in aggregate function, guys, do practice it. Let me know problem in aggregate function, I'll help it out. Okay. Next we have date. Any doubt, I can repeat you once again if you have a doubt.
As per now, no, sir. Once we'll get into practice, then we'll get the doubts. It's
Perfect. Appreciate that. Okay. Let's save it. Move to the calendar. So the why calendar? What is the calendar, guys? Calendar means, see, every organization have standard policy. There, few organization work 7 days a week, few organization work 6 days, few work 5 days. So how do you deal with it? So like suppose I'm looking for the, just 1 second, I'll be back guys, just 1 second, I'll be back. मेरा फोन खत्म, मेरा फोन खत्म है 8 बजे 8 बजे नहीं करो, घंटे का पहले लिखी पालो, पानी नहीं लूँगा. पता नहीं क्या हो गया बार बार. Okay, sorry guys. So see, calendar means what happened, all organization have a few days leave, maybe Saturday, Sunday, few working, and they have weekend, like Monday, Tuesday they will become few organization, Saturday, Sunday we can few organization as these we can say Monday, Tuesday weekends depend on the company. Maybe few people get Saturday, Sunday leave, so depend on the business and company. They are giving a weekend. So in that scenario, we need to work on the calendar, and few organize a financial year calendar, like few have January, February. So January to February we have few of them, March, April, few have this August, September, few have December, January. So as per the company, okay, we need to create the calendar so that we can data can be seen there as per business policies, business need, not a policy. To this, we must create the custom calendar in Power BI. So I already cover it, but let me repeat once again. Okay, but yeah, I cover in the we can say DAX prospect. I cover that. Sorry, we can say Power Query I cover that. But now we can work on the desktop. We can create the desktop as well. See here I have the calendar, and calendar we need the minimum date and maximum date. Why I did it? I have a data. Okay, see start date and end date function here. See, is there any solution that give the we can say we can give the static value here. See, so min function going to pass the aggregate value and max is going to pass the aggregate value. So we got a range. So see in financial we have the 13-14 data. Say this here. 13 and 14 data we have. In my calendar, also I'm looking for the 13-14 should not move the more than the model data date. Maximum date should be pick up. So suppose my model has the today 1st May, and once 2nd May data will appear, so automatically date will going to increase in my model, and also my calendar date also going to update automatically once refresh. So this way your data will be relevance, and your longer time, longer period can work it. Okay, when I work with the Nokia guys, I created the report. Okay, so once I left there, if someone don't need to touch until unless get any error, no one going to touch this report. So create this way so that user can automatically check that, and it will work for the longer period. So longer period prospect, see this here I created the sequence where we have the 1st September to we can say 1st December. So I created that, and it will automatically work. I don't have to do once date is increased, automatically will increase the rate as well. So this way I create that is the help calendar, minimum date and maximum date. So this is the function that is going to help me here. Next, I don't want to create this calendar. I want to do some create another custom calendar for it. So what I need to do, I wanted to pass some exception date, maybe today date, tomorrow date, and so to this scenario I wanted to create the future date calendar also. So in date min, okay, min function you know that, just I cover that, and date function you know that date. So date functions, see date asking for the either you can give the constant value year, month and days. Year we have a function, see this day, month and year we have a function in Power BI. So date, year, month function, what I did, I create any formula date that where we automatically pick up the today date. So what I inform the system that please use the date function, okay, and let me show you what the result is going to give it to you, this one. Okay, I'm leaving right now. Let adding here, add a new column, calculate column, that is called. Day date. I did not write completely because it has a formula, that's the reason. So see this guys, it's coming 2015. Why it's coming? Because in today date, if I remove this one, see what happened. Let's remove this one. It has a 25th, it's showing. Say December 23, it's coming automatically. Why I use the 12 and 31? So month is 12 and year is 31. But if you wanted to do dynamic, that should not display more than today dates. What I need to do? I need to do just modify the formula today, and here pass the month and today date, close it. Next we have days. So guys, here use the days, month, days, not 365, 030. So today, close it. Okay. Month, we close it. Perfect. See this what happened. Is it coming today date? Yes. So also we have another option which is called, comment it out, now function. Instead of doing lot of effort, I can do now function as well. Say this. Also we have the function which is called today function. Say this. 1 May 2030. No, I remember suddenly I am looking for the different time zone. So you to see now. Say this. If I'm looking for the UTC today date, guys, Alt plus Enter, it will create the more lines here, and go back, press the space, a backspace, so it will reduce the line number of line. Then UTC today. What happened? Let's what happened. Okay, so see today is it coming. So too many function we have. This UTC different time zone, so you can use their business thing. Okay, so this is called date, and next function that we have, which is called calendar auto. See guys, sometime I want that always my model is keep the date, but I don't want to write the max and min function. So what I need to do, we have function which is called, okay, leave as it is. See, I want my model to be automatically pick up the data from my model. I don't want to provide my custom model here, but it has a limitation, guys. And the limitation, you can see it's coming 2019. I don't know which model is going to validate. I don't know personally. So Power BI has a Vertipack engine that is going to evaluate the model and then give the date if you're not passing anything. Just start the calendar auto and open the close the bracket. That's it. It will give the date. So it is validating some model and give the date here. 1999 may have a data by the region. So you will evaluating this one. So I think this not looks good. You can go for the we can say calendar function. Good for it, because we need to customize the data diff function. Let's go the data diff. They return the number of interval boundary between the two table range, date range. So date 1 and date 2 intervals. So interval means second, minute, hour, day, week, month, quarter, year. Let's see that. Okay. Dated if function. See. So data if variable. Okay. Start date and given to them. Then type return year, dated if this, quarter, month, then week and day. I created the calendar, guys, so that you can understand. Okay, so I just created this one. I pasted in your we can say in your folder, so that you can easily understood about that. Any doubt, you can stop immediately, ask your question. Don't worry about. Also, you have a video, but you have to learn it as well. So next we have date value function. Some scenario we have a date column. So okay, I haven't used, guys. If you need date wanted to convert in a text to number, then you can do that, but it's not possible, because in Power BI automatically create the we can say create the date. So don't worry about that. You can adjust the model, because if you create a desktop, unnecessarily going to create the problem. Then we have days. Then we have edate function. Edate function, guys, it you can move your date particular custom date, the provided date, you can move the date number of days. Let me show you FY date. See, I wanted to move my data from 2013, okay, from we can say few days ago. So see, you e-day. So what I need to do, my data start from 1st September, but my year start from the 1st of the May. What should I do? Data start from the in calendar start from the 1st of September. I'm looking for data from the 1st of the May. So how do you deal with it? So what I'm going to do, I inform the system that please change September to May so that I can pick up the May data too. Well, guys, what happened? Whatever date you have, while making your relationship, it will automatically create the date relationship and it will give the correct data. But if you're using September data, it will ignore your May, June, July, August, September. So 5 month data is going to be removed if you are using directly this column. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to customize this date. So instead of September, I inform system e-date, calendar date column, I need this. But what you need to do, you can just reduce the 4 months and you go back to 4 months. Still you can do the plus 4 month also, it's depend on the criteria. So see, September to May is coming automatically. Then come here, next, okay, I inform system that I'm looking for the plus 4 months. So to this e-date, calendar days, and then I pass the month. So it will give the Jan 2014. So September 2014. So 4 month we have September, October, November, December, January. Okay. So January 1st 2014. So it will move the 5 months, 4 months, and fifth month is January. So it's showing 1st Jan 2024. So this way we can move year percentage. Sometime wanted to calculate the year function fraction, that we can say calendar date and last month of the day. So you can find the percentage of that year function. Year function, but I haven't used it, guys. Haven't got any scenario. Maybe I got to let you know because in my 8 year experience, I haven't used anywhere. But yeah, I know the reason. Year function fraction, you know, to count when year is, we can say 2014. So 2014 is going to divide from the 4. So it means February when we have 29 days. So this function is going to fraction it. Okay. Second formula, network days. E-date, moving the date. Okay. So then year month cover, then year month. Okay, guys. Whatever month you have, I want to see last date of the particular month. So see this, last date of month, year month, calendar, and 0 and -1. So 30 September, year 1st September. If I minus it, it's going to convert plus 1 day. So August, September. So 30 days next means previous month last working days will be appear, means last date will be appearing in the model automatically. So if you plus it, just remove minus, see what happened. August, September, October, it should come October 31. So October 31 automatically. But if I change the 0 only, so what happened? Let's see. It will be September 31st September, I think. So yes, 30 September. Month is given the last month of last month of the date. Okay. Then hours, you know that, minute, second, month I will cover that. It will give the number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. It will going to give the number. Next we have okay. I think it's guide hang a little bit.
Sir,
Yeah.
1 second.
Yes. Yes.
Previous sheet, you said -1. -1, if we give, it will go back,
Yeah.
right?
So
If we give just 1, it will just give the for the,
wait. Let's check.
coming.
Let's check it. minus 1. So I'm using the calendar date means this column. So September 130. So minus 1 means it will display August, September, so August 31 August should be displayed here. Correct?
Yeah, it will go back.
Yes, go by.
Yes.
And if you're using 0, then current month means 30 September 2023. But if you're going to 1, it will give the October 31st.
October.
Sorry, October. October 31st. So means next month. Okay? Got it?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, got it. What if we give -2 minus like
Yeah,
that?
whatever you do it, it's your call. Let I'm
Okay.
3, not just 2, I'm going 3. Added you plus 1. See what happened. Do experiment. Don't worry. Let me know if you doubt. June.
Okay. Okay.
You have PPS. You can do whatever experiment to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Quarter now, time value to see now today. Yeah, weekdays, week number. Okay. Quarter die, guys. Quarter simple function. We have quarter and pass the column name. That's it. So date column pass automatically give the 1, 2, 3, 4. In 1 year we have four quarter. You know that. It is your practice. You can do that. Weekdays and week now. Why I'm telling you that? What is the weekdays? It will give the 1 to 7 if you're looking for. Then use the week days. Say this. Return type. Return type is always remember, but don't worry. Follow the link as well. A number that determine return value. Return 1. So week begin from the Sunday and in on Saturday. Okay, because if you pick up 1, start from the Sunday and in for the Saturday. If you are select 2, begin with the Monday and end on Sunday. So I would prefer return 2 because return 2 for good, Monday to Sunday, and return 3, week begin with Monday and on Sunday would be 6. So number can 1 to 7 can be run through. Okay. So by the best that people following, maximum following which is Monday to Sunday in genuine calendar which is called. So you can select 2 option to get this option. So how to do that? Week num. Oh, I haven't created. Let's create the DAX. If we do not create it. Week num. Oh, no, don't create the measure. I wanted to create the column. Yes, perfect. Add here weekday and week num. Weekday DAX. Why did I add, guys? Because it's a formula. It is going to create error. So week day. So the date column is calendar date. I am looking for the 1, 2 and 3. There are 3 options we have. Use second one. Monday to Sunday. Okay. Doesn't mean you can follow me. You can follow the business. Okay. So it will give the 1 to 7 result only. But I'm looking for the week of the month. Week num. Okay. Return week. Week. Return the week number in a year. Okay, year it will give it to you. So calendar date, and it will give the 1. It will give the 56 days. 53 days it is going to pass it. So let's see what are the criteria of the week num. So week num is containing January 1 and number of, in first January is containing first week, and then system will be containing first Thursday of the year is the first week of the year and as a week 1. So this is the we can say week number function. You can pass the manual as well if you need that, but why should I pass when we have a column? Okay, now year, and now year function. Okay, year function. So calculate the function year represent number of whole days between the two date. Range year function worksheet proportion of the whole year benefit obligation. Assign the specific column. So this is the we can say standard we have, that we need to truncate integer, so we can use it. I haven't used, guys. I accept I haven't used. I don't know what exactly we need to use. I may have a scenario, so I think I'll capture uh, to this because I don't need it. Okay, so date already cover it. Yeah, date already cover. Filter function I cover, guys, tomorrow, because it has a lot of function and cover one by one. So today is sufficient for free. I think in practice, you still have a doubt, let me know for today's session, and video will be posted ASAP in the folder, okay, by today date, and all content available in the folder as well. So uh, hope you have access to use it. Okay, any doubt, anyone? No question.
No, sir.
Perfect. So see you tomorrow at same time. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Bye.